Hi, my name's Adam Chamberlain from Elite Pro Golf, and today we're going to talk about the new year. It's the 2022. Let's time to have our best year ever playing golf. So if you're anything like me, I want to get better. I want to work on my game. And this week I've actually been trying to do a little bit of practice. Now, what do we need to do with our games in order to get ready to play? We need to start at the beginning. So Jack Nicklaus always used to go and see Jack Grout at the start of the season, go back to being a beginner, start again. So they'd recap, check the grip, make sure we've got the grip across the base of the fingers. We make sure that we're covering the top of the grip. Make sure we can see 2.5 knuckles. Obviously, everybody's individual. Make sure that the wrist's functioning up and down. Make sure that we've obviously got the club face somewhere square that works for us. Now, where do we lead from this? Now we lead into setup. So I want you to recap setup. We bend over from our pelvis. We sit down into the ground. Far too many times when it comes to this kind of position, we see people get set up to the ball, they bend over and they're too far away, then they lean forwards and they're off balance. So please make sure you put the club right behind the ball. We get set up now from here, bend over. Now let our arms hang down naturally and we're sitting down. Now from here, how do we check we're in balance? We need to make sure we're rocking forwards and backwards. We want to be on the balls of our feet so we can move sideways, forwards and backwards. Balls of our feet is roughly kind of laces. It's slightly forwards on the foot. It's not even. So sometimes people sit too much on the heels. They bend too much on the toes. So we can't move properly if we're off balance. So checking setup's absolutely vital. Now, from here, we need to be able to move. So I think the first move in the golf swing is probably the most crucial, and most people get it wrong. Now, what are we looking for in the first move? We definitely need to make sure when we move the club back, everything is moving together and we're in balance, okay? Now, a good way to do this would be almost to close your eyes, try and turn the club back into the backswing. And we're only talking about taking the club back to about here. We're not going any further than that today. So close our eyes, make a backswing, feel like we're in balance. We want to be starting to build everything together. Too many people, first move, they go forwards, they whip the club too much to the inside, and we're on the back foot before we've even begun. So let's make sure that we can take the club back in balance. Now, a good way to do this is if you take the butt of the club, put it into your belt buckle, and feel like everything just turns away together, the whole unit. Now remember, when we're turning, we're not turning flat, we're not turning out, taking the club out here, we're just trying to allow this to turn away together. So my hips are turning, my upper body's starting to move, and the club's starting to go back together, all in one piece. Okay, this is kind of the old saying for the takeaway, a one-piece takeaway, everything moving away together. Now, where should the club face look? Now, if I'm a hooker of the ball, it may look a little bit more upright. If I'm a slicer of the ball, it definitely wants to look a little bit more down, because most people that kind of leak the ball to the right tend to fan the face open straight away. So they're in a bad position before they've even started. A hooker of the ball who takes it away really, really shut, that's something they need to consider as well. So as a rough guide, we're looking for a club to kind of marry our spine angle here. That's roughly where we want to be. So if we can go through these checkpoints in this first week back, make sure that we're off to a good start, we're in a good setup position, everything else will fall into place. So this week, let's check balance, let's make sure we're in a good setup position, and next week, we're going to talk about leading into the backswing, talking about making sure our weight shifts in the right position, and we're going to try and build you up ready for 2022. I want to play my best, I hope you do too. You can't do it by just going out to play. You need to spend some time, and you can do this, all of this stuff we've done here, you can do at home, in front of the mirror. You don't need to hit balls. Let's work on this. Let's practice in front of a mirror. Make sure the move's right. And let's get your golf swing ready to play your best this season.